So if you own a boat and have it on a lift, this is something you're definitely going to want to see. We came out here on this crisp, cool day in Pompano Beach to check out Premier Remotes. Basically what they've done is they've created a smart boat lift that can interact with any lift that you have existing. Replace this box. You can touch everything here by hand, but you can integrate it to an application and do it by phone. We're gonna get into all the details right now. I have Bobby Regan here with me. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us, man. Tell us more about this product. It's incredibly cool.
Awesome, yeah. So we created a smart box controller for your dock that allows you to lower or raise your boat straight from your iPhone. It's got a ton of features, and basically we're trying to bring the tech from inside out onto the dock.
Yeah, I mean, making your life easier is what it's all about. We try to track down items like this, and we saw this, reached out to Bobby and had to learn more about it.
So a lot of people think that this is a Wi-Fi box controller, but what happens actually is the box connects to the home Wi-Fi, and from there on it goes to the cellular network, and that's how you can use the iPhone. You can start and stop and lower and do things like remote lockouts, but don't forget you can always walk up to the box without your phone and be able to hold the button up or double press up or down to auto run.
So if you've owned the boat on a lift, you know you have the usual traditional control. You have to get up tight to the lift, wait to click it to go down, and then you got to start doing donuts until the lift is ready for you to jump on it. What's different about this one?
Yeah, so the idea of controlling it with your phone is, you know, when you leave the dock and you're not used to a remote system, I mean, you can hit it up to keep your lift out of the water so it doesn't corrode or get mud on it. But when you're coming home from the restaurant or sandbar or slow speed zone, instead of waiting to get close to your dock, you can have it already in the water waiting for your arrival, pretty much.
It's definitely convenient. If you've been in the position, you understand.
Yeah, like even some families who are getting rained on and they need to get undercover quick, they can have the lift in the water ready to go.
So I'm sure a lot of you are going to ask about safety. If you're going to have this product on all the time to be able to access it from Africa, what do you guys have in place to protect your investment here?
Yeah, so in the past you used to have to hand shut off your lift to protect from electrolysis or you know, unlikely lightning strikes, and there used to be a key that you'd have to keep track of. We eliminated all of that because our board itself will de-energize itself after 10 seconds. So preventing that from galvanic corrosion and also lightning strikes, zapping the board and sending your lift in either direction.
Now actually using the application and accidentally clicking your lift and deploying this thing when you're not around the house, do you have something in place for that?
Yeah, so a lot of people think you can just kind of like butt dial your phone and your lift will go in the water. We obviously created a system where you have to enter a custom PIN, accept our user agreement, and then you get to the page. So if kids don't know your PIN or they're playing with their games, they're not going to be able to get into your system and just start pressing buttons.
So I know you guys always inquire about price. What does this thing cost? How difficult is it to swap out your existing unit to a Premier Remote? And Bobby's going to go ahead and answer that for us. So
yeah, so if you wanted to add our 2-motor lift to your current setup, it's $14.99 for the box, and we made it super easy for installation with existing knockouts for previous systems and plug-and-play wires.
So all of us aren't familiar with technology and sometimes are intimidated by it, but I can tell you this is very easy to operate, and one thing that they do offer, they've explained to us, and Bobby can elaborate a little bit, is the customer service that they offer. If you ever have an issue, how do you guys handle that?
Yeah, so basically we're available by phone and text from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and for the guys who are interested in tech, I can answer any questions and we can exchange photos for what kind of lifts work with what kind of motors and etc. to get this installed easy on any kind of dock.
Yeah, definitely want to elaborate. Even though there is a lot of technology behind it, it's incredibly easy to install, replace your existing unit, and to operate. There's no complication to it. It's as simple of an application that we've seen. It just makes your life a heck of a lot easier. So Bobby, if you can, just run through all the features you have on this Premier Remote.
Yeah, so what's cool about this is we took in consideration safety, so we created a remote lockout. So you can physically lock this panel out and not have a rusty lock on the side of there if you'd like. We created push notifications, so if your kids or wife or someone uses the boat, it'll instantly tell you, you know, front runner moving down or up. We also covered the galvanic corrosion and also just a little better form and feel. No, you know, splintering boxes or grayed out logos. This should last a lifetime.
So Bobby, something that just came to mind, if you had multiple boats, a couple of jet skis, what does this app do to accommodate for that?
Yeah, so a lot of our design was based on the fact of having multiple remotes and juggling them between vessels and bags. So we created the app to where there's a drop-down menu. You select exactly which vessel you want to lift, and then you can control it from there.
That's amazing.
Another feature that we integrated on this was a leveling control page. With our 4 motors, you would be able to lower the rear motors to help your boat drain. A lot of people like to stand in front of their boat to level it, and with past systems you can't do that. So right here you can individually control each motor on the dock.
That's amazing. So you know exactly where the boat's at. Obviously if you're doing it by hand and kind of eyeballing it, it's impossible to get it as accurate as that. And when you're draining the boat out, rinsing it off, it's very quick and easy. Again, making your life easier, and that's what you guys have obviously done here with something that we honestly didn't even think about. It's a problem that exists. We didn't know it exists until you guys brought that out, and definitely appreciate the work you've done here with the Premier Remote. So I know there's gonna be a ton of comments asking how much this product costs, first of all. We always get that question. And how easy or difficult is it to swap out your existing unit to a Premier Remote?
Sure, yeah, so our 2 motor setup goes for $14.99, our 4 motor goes for $24.99. As far as a setup time, if you have an existing system with wire looms, we've created the same size knockouts, plug and play wires, and we can do it in about 40 minutes. As far as our customer service, you can always access us from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I can provide diagrams and on the phone walkthroughs for anybody's installation dock guy or electrical guy.
That's great. Well, I mean, obviously when it comes to technology, there's a lot of you guys out there that end up intimidated about it. The customer service is a huge part. Although this stuff is incredibly easy to use, we were tinkering with it before we started this video. It's great to have someone to call, you know, pretty much at any time to ask your questions. And I know you guys are really adamant about providing excellent customer service. So lastly, if they want to contact you just to learn more about the product, maybe they're on the fence about it, they want to get more information, where can they reach out to you guys? What social media platforms can they follow you at, and how can they contact you?
Yeah, so of course you can find us at premierremotes.com, where you can learn more and find videos like this and purchase our products. But if you want to talk to someone, you can shoot us a text or call us from the number on the website, or follow us on @theboatremote at Instagram. You can always send us a DM and find more videos to learn from there.
All right, and as well, if you want to reach out to us and ask us about the experience we've had on it, as always, we're more than welcome to share those with you. That's basically what we want to try to do here, is learn about these products. We're learning from the experts, and then we pass this information along to those of you that are interested in it, and hopefully this brings more value to you guys. And follow us along, again, obviously at Center Consoles Only on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and any other social platform you find us on. It helps us a ton, and hopefully we'll get to do a lot more of this here in the future at Center Consoles Only. But Bobby, thank you very much again. Congrats on an excellent product, and hopefully we end up with a nice boat lift and setup like this where we can install one of these, because we definitely want one.
Awesome.